What's up, everybody?
Hey,
Hey,
what's
Chad.
up?
Morning, evening.
Another Sunday sermon. All right,
Yeah,
we've
week
got
is
a
gone.
we've got a new guy on here today. So I'll go ahead and introduce everybody. Got the master of gears, Chris Tronic on bottom. King of cool. We're seeing his chin right now. His camera's
Oh, sorry.
literally facing at his chest, but we
Sorry,
got
Dave.
Dwight Cool going
Yeah.
up. We got the deacon himself, Chris Lewis, and we've got on my right at the upper right hand corner, Quinn Joe. How you doing today, Quinn?
How you doing, guys? Nice to
Good,
And
see
man.
y'all. First time
you know
on,
me.
first time on here. Nice.
So,
Yeah,
what have you
man.
been building late? What have you been working on, Quinn, lately?
Lately, I've really and honestly just trying to get my bodies together because I have obviously everybody got chassis, just trying to get bodies together, get shit actually stuff actually completed. So that way it's not just hey I got my body done, I still need to do my window trim. Hey I got my body's done, I still need to put a decal on. I suck at water slides. I suck at water slides so bad. All this stuff that seems so simple that you guys make seem so simple. Soldering, it's horrible. All my soldering joints. Oh my god, it's like mountains. Looks like mountains of just like globs. Just like,
Oh
ugh.
man.
I tell
So
you,
I've been
Stephen
getting better
I'll
though.
do another. I'll do another soldering video. I'll do a
Stephen
better one.
Fest. Stephen Fest told me a thing this last time. He did a little soldering tutorial, and he was doing something extra that I wasn't doing, like dipping the tip of his solder gun in the flux after
I'm
he
gonna
put
Oh
do
he
yeah.
a
would put
tutorial.
the solder on it and then dip it again. Like he was
Hmm.
really using the piss out of and it helps. So like yeah, I learn something every day
Yeah.
too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can never use
Yeah.
too much flux.
Yeah,
That's
right.
That's
learning.
for sure. If you use too much, you just have to clean it off when you're ready. That's not
Hmm.
the big deal. Just take a
Alcohol.
Q-tip and some alcohol, yeah,
Yeah.
and brush it off, yeah, and you have got very nice and clean solder point joints and points.
Hmm.
You do want to brush it off, right? I'm going to show you. This is an old motor I haven't used, and this is the residue of the solder flux that was left on it. It was never brushed off because it took it off.
Does it eat it
But
off?
I don't know if you can see all the gunk around it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the residue of solder flux.
Hmm.
It brushes off. You can brush it off with toothbrush
Wh-
usually, but it
Which
just
is the
looks so
same as
tighty.
brush it off.
Yeah, it'll brush off with a stiff brush, but another way of getting rid of it, a better way is like Chris said, get some rubbing alcohol on it, Q-tip it, just dab it, and it dissolves it. It just falls off. Then you can wipe it off with a tissue.
I
But
messed up so many tips. I couldn't even tell you how many tips I messed up. Like them breaking up one until I really understood how it all works. Like
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's so simple.
you're in
I
luck.
mean, we make it hard. We make it hard.
Yeah.
Quinn,
That's the truth. That's the truth, man. Hey, I found
just
me some.
yeah,
something that needs to be practiced.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
would
just a
actually
practice thing.
solder.
I know y'all been
Do
laughing
some
about my
soldering.
brush here recently, but like I found some new ones. I found some old makeup brushes that actually work better for cleaning
What do
off.
you mean old makeup? You mean you went in your case and got them out of your makeup drawer, don't you? Yeah. Eh?
Yeah, yeah, you can tell I use a lot of makeup. I don't even like hair most of the time.
Is that your Saturday night case, as you
Shoot.
call it?
I'm in bed by
I cut
8:30
off.
on Saturday. What are you talking about?
I cut all my hair off just for that reason.
Yeah,
I went
man.
bald finally for the first time. I was like, you know what? Shit. My barber charged me $40 a cut. I'm like, dude, I like
Whoa,
micro drift. He's like,
whoa,
you give
40
me forty
bucks a
dollars a
cut?
haircut? $40 a cut?
Yeah.
I didn't even tip you yet. I'm like, nah, just cut it all off. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one of them real codes. We're gonna go ahead
Yeah.
and keep it bald from now on. I like micro drift way too much.
Yeah,
Way
that's
too much.
Keep the
expensive.
ball. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Live and learn. Live and learn.
Well, hey, right out the
You
gate,
know,
man. Let's we're talking about this giveaway because I think we're
yeah,
a couple things are going to have to be said about it right out the gate. I want to thank Brad at RC Supremacy. He has stepped in and is donating a motor and gyro for it. So, like, y'all go check him out. I don't know if he is still running his promotion, but he had a promotion running right now. Every $10 you'd spend, you'd get like an entry into winning a pretty sweet prize package. And also want to thank Chad with 3Cs RC. He he has stepped up and donated a very slick body for this giveaway.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
man,
I'm
Okay.
gonna
he,
do an unboxing of it right here.
yeah, we'll
Right
dive
here.
right into that right in a second. He also sent me a few things yesterday. He said he's trying to clean his shop up so he can make room to start possibly making these for sale. So I know we laughed about
Listen.
these printed barriers in a previous, but man, these things look pretty slick, and he's like doctored
Yeah.
them all up and done a few good things. And he sent me his wheel board. I think you know that wheel board that Chad at Three C's made. He sent that thing to me, trying to make room for a bunch of
Oh,
stuff.
nice,
So, want to say thank you to
nice,
him for sure. And like he said, in the future, he could possibly make these and sell them at a very decent price,
Yeah. I
nice.
want to get. I
and
want to get
Yeah,
one
they're
of
and the
those.
very
barriers
convenient.
at a fairly decent price. He said it wasn't going to be like expensive. So,
Like black box.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. All
$8.
right.
$8 a
So,
curb.
So let's see
yeah,
what
that's not
Brad
going to
has in
happen.
this
I hope
box.
not. That's a lot of money.
all right. Yeah. So,
Go ahead,
so to
Dwight.
the point, you know, this is the body that's gonna be going on this BMRX Pro. OG, not the OG, but like the one that came out. So he sent. Well, it's supposed to be a body, but he also sent something else. So let's see what we got. I don't even know.
You got the same love I got. I see it. I see it through the bubble wrap.
All right, let's see.
That's
Let's
cool,
see.
man.
No spoilers. No
You're a
spoilers.
good dude, Chad. Thanks,
As
man.
I'm gonna turn this into a convertible real quick with my Exacto.
Don't do that. That
Tough
sounds like
crowd.
some
Tough
stuff I
crowd.
would do.
Man, y'all lucky y'all get that body for a giveaway. You know me.
Quinn,
If I see something I
if the
want,
soldier
let
nine
me
you
be
want,
in that
bro.
DM.
Yeah. Hey, you're in
You
there,
need to
man.
send me a link to that,
All right. So
Chris.
hey, so while I'm doing this, you guys talk about the ins and outs of this whole thing. Let the observer here know kind of like what we're dealing with here as far as this giveaway goes.
So I think
No, I want.
we were talking about doing it in February too. I also want to talk about that. I think we're gonna have to move this thing out a little bit. We'll we'll
March
we'll
Madness, baby.
we'll keep all of these. Everybody that's interested in this giveaway posted as we go. It'll all be talked about in Sunday sermons. We've done it every Sunday. We're probably going to keep doing it every Sunday. But yeah, we
Woo,
might
really
give
nice.
ourselves an unrealistic timeline getting excited about this, and we're sorry about that. But anybody
We
else?
want to do it right. We want to do it right.
Yes, absolutely. And we've got
I
vendors
even
from
got a
other
free
states sending
T-shirt. I
stuff.
even got a free T-shirt.
Dude, that looks like a paper mache body. He sent the wrong body. Send
Mm,
it back.
mm. Hey, this is from a smoke-free home.
Did any of
Looks
y'all ever
more
have to
like
do
a
paper mache
purchase
in
from a
school?
dealer.
Huh?
Hey, I'm gonna wear the shit out of this shirt.
You probably would. He sent you two
Oh
shirts.
man, oh man, he must have dogs like me.
Did he send it?
This
Did he send the
exotic.
rag to wipe it up with? That's
Yeah,
funny.
no, I think he like. Hey, I think he's disposing of evidence here.
Could be. That's another one. I think
This is the most unique.
he could have launched that out of a cannon at your house and it would have been fine.
This came out of a shirt cannon.
Everything I always get from him is always packaged so perfectly.
Yeah, he
It's
did
so
a good
funny
job of
I
because
packaging
try
that
to take
stuff.
after him whenever I package stuff.
this is like the perfect unboxing
I
thing.
wonder if he
I'm
knew
gonna
you were
start
going
doing
to
that.
do
I'm
that
gonna
because
start.
that's funny.
Oh
That's
my god!
hilarious.
Look at this little
Let's see.
thing.
When are we going
I
to
don't
get
want
to
to
the
mess it up.
prize? He got
Yeah,
everybody excited.
easy.
Everybody's up on there.
Right? I'm like,
I
damn.
can't pull it
He's
out this
built
way.
the
It's too tight on
suspension
the
up like
front.
super good.
No, I'm telling
Damn
you,
it,
man.
Chad.
Dwight, for God's sake, I want to go to the toilet. Hurry up, will ya?
I, no, I don't want to break it. Hey, you can see the care that I
You're
put
going to That's the break
forward.
me most if you don't hurry exciting up. unboxing.
Every time.
Yeah.
He's
All right.
laughing.
Are we
He's laughing
ready?
every piece he puts in. Is that a sock? It looks rough. It looks rough.
That's been the arm of the shirt. Nice,
Yeah, stop
man.
talking about chat like that.
That was his
Shit.
spankerchief.
Don't do that.
That he got that
I
out of the
don't
foot
know.
of the
Trying to get
bed.
some light on it here. Are you guys getting the light? Oh yeah, here you go.
Jeez, dude. Like
Oh,
custom fender
that.
flares and all. Like
I forgot
what?
about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all done, man. Yeah, it's super nice. Super nice. Super nice. It's shiny.
So
Yeah,
listen,
I
y'all
love
don't
these
know.
silhouette.
Chad's.
Mozuku.
I think Chad commissions these builds. He's pretty good at
Bro,
like putting
yes.
flares and stuff on stuff.
I just sent Chad 4 of my bodies.
Yeah,
Black
he's
body still
good.
needs to
He's
get
good,
painted.
dude.
Sets 15. Two other
Mm-hmm.
bodies
No,
I
this
need
shit's
to get done.
legit. Hey, you know
Hey,
what?
listen,
No,
man.
fuck it. I'm keeping the chassis. Psych. I'm just joking.
You better wait
No,
till you get the
no,
rest
but
of
no,
your
seriously.
stuff.
Hey, Chad, man, you hooked it up, bro. This thing is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm gonna
is.
get my drift art. Maybe this thing has the same wheelbase. I'm gonna just put it on there just to see what it looks like.
Oh Lord,
I'm
it's gonna
always
be
I'm always
scratched
at
before it
Chad
ever,
about
it's
his
gonna be
wheels.
scratched before it ever makes it to somebody. Wait and see.
I'm respecting Chad enough for his Mustang, his wide body Mustang he's making to leave him alone and let him have fun with it for a little bit before I come at him for it.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, look at that. It'll fit right up on the Chevy. See?
Ooh.
Yeah, for the most part. For the most part, it's not perfect fit, but it'll be close enough, I think, for the. Almost. But yeah, she's gonna look
Wheelbase is a
dope.
little tighter.
Yeah, but still though, it's gonna look dope. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
got a
that's
good
gonna be
look.
sick. That's gonna be sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be super sick.
So yeah. So March Madness, is that what we're talking now?
Yeah, I think we'll push it to March. And I think that'll be that. And so tell them why. Tell them why we have to push it.
Well,
We're not pushing it because we don't.
first off, we've got vendors and people donating to this that are overseas in different states. The
This thing
mail is
is
not
ready to
always
slide.
fast. Somebody, if we're going to make this a true RTR car, somebody, possibly myself, is going to be doing the part of gluing the body on, getting everything, lined up like it needs to be, making sure there isn't any other adjustments that need to be made.
I'm gonna get a light kit in this
Y'all know as
For
well as I
sure.
do. Y'all know as well as I do. Stephen Fest might donate a light kit, but if y'all
Yeah.
don't, go ahead, Quinn. What you got, bro?
I know nothing about the giveaway, so I know there is a giveaway, but I didn't know. It sounds like you guys are all donating to piece together a car to give away.
Yeah,
We
Is that
yeah.
what it
So
is?
I guess start from the beginning because I guess Quinn would be not like in this group, in the inner group. And not to say that you're not, but yeah, bring everyone up to speed about what we've
Yeah,
been
because
talking
in
about.
SSD, I know we talked about it, and I touched on it for a little bit. I guess we were talking about something else, so it got looked over. But
No,
we'll
so
definitely
last week
contribute
I
something.
fouled everybody in that regard because I told everybody to watch the video and we were going to talk about it. Like we talked about a few different things in a few different videos that didn't make it up, didn't get uploaded, and I don't know if I told everybody to watch for details and there were no details. I don't know. I caught some hell over that last week, so that might be what you're talking
No, it's
about.
good marketing.
That
It was
might be
good
what you're
marketing.
talking about. But
Yeah,
Dwight
yeah,
has
yeah.
decided to donate one of his chassis because he's got a few. He said, and
Yeah, a little bit.
we're we're going to try to make
I'm
this
gonna go
thing
get it. I'm gonna
uh
go get it.
we're going to try to make this thing a giveaway chassis. We've got
Yeah, it's
Chad donating. We've got RC Supremacy donating. I think I'm going to throw in a set of wheels and tires. And Chris have talked about chucking some stuff in on this, and we're just trying to hash out the details and have enough time to do all of this so we can give somebody
Well, I
a
mean,
good
yeah,
car.
I mean, let me know. I mean, it sounds like
Yeah,
everybody's
this
throwing
is it right
everybody's got
here.
together. So I mean,
Hey, bro,
Yeah, we
we
still
can
got a
always
ways
make
to
it. We can
go.
always make it better.
Yeah, there's still a ways to go. And so to that point, I guess what me and Jeff have been talking about at length is, really just trying to make this as straight up and as seamless as possible. So, to everyone watching, Quinn, and so forth, this chassis, I built it. There's really nothing wrong with it, but it was a really long and slow, tough build because I had to tap out all of
yeah,
the
I know.
aluminum parts. And so I have some bad memories with this chassis. It has never been run. I was committed to building it and I built it very well. But it's just something I'm never going to slide just because of all the hardware that I have. So I don't think it's right for me to sell it because if anyone was going to go and let's say do work on the steering rack as an example, personally speaking, I would not work on the steering rack as far as removing the ball heads. I would just replace the steering rack just because the threading was just, I'm surprised the ball heads even threaded in, but they did. So rest assured, the person getting this chassis is going to get a Slayer. Okay. Everything that goes for its normal adjustments and so forth, you're not going to have any issues. All right. It's just the ball heads that are attached to aluminum parts. Those are pretty much permanent connections, but they never come out anyway once you attach them to the arm. So just take, comfort in knowing that it's built well and you're never going to have to mess with the headaches I had to go through. But I wanted someone to kind of get what I was never going to use, and selling it is just out of my mind because again, as I said, So we're giving it away. This is a body that's going to go on it. It's going to look sick.
Yeah, it's gonna
We're
look
getting
good.
the motor. We're getting the motor and so forth already taken care of. Honestly, I was going to donate these rims, but Jeff, if you got a set of wheels you think would look better or what have you, whatever the case may be, I'm
I,
down.
I, I
You
don't I
know,
don't know man. I was just trying to think of something that I could throw into it. To be honest, you
yeah.
know what
Well,
I'm
you're going
saying?
to build
Maybe
it.
maybe it's a
You're going
fresh
to
set.
build it.
Maybe it's a fresh set of tires because I've got some tires I haven't used yet. So maybe I just chuck in some good tires and call it. I don't know,
Oh,
man.
and the
I
free rolls.
just wanted to get
The
in on
free
it. You know what I'm
rolls.
saying? Share the love.
So
Yeah.
I'm in some arc house tires, man. I'm swear by them things.
Yeah,
I
you
love
like them?
them arc house tires. I
I'm
love them.
stuck
Yeah.
on mad
Smith
adaptive
the High
tires,
Smith,
dude. On
Smith house
20-inch
tires.
rims,
Man, listen,
they're
I love it,
so
man.
good.
Yes.
I love them.
Or is anybody gonna produce those mad adaptive tires anymore? I've noticed that one size is sold out still.
Yeah. I
Mm,
don't
Are
know.
they ever gonna make the tires anymore? Like,
Okay, hold
dude,
on.
those
Wait.
mad
All
adaptive
right. So
tires are
before we shift
sick.
gears, before we
Look
shift
how
gears on that, let's just.
You
how
should
beefy and
get the
beautiful those
tires
things
in.
are.
Yeah. No, they're
You
awesome.
should get the tires in different shops, not only at SRC,
Can you? You need to send me
Yeah.
a link because I
because
can't
Matt
find them.
is not related
yeah, I need a link, please.
directly to Tommy. You know,
Gotcha,
I definitely need a link.
gotcha.
because you
Yeah, I
get
don't. I haven't seen them.
the Matt gyro you can buy at GT55. So
Yeah, I saw
it's
the
not
gyro.
directly related to SRC.
I got you.
Yeah. So, but I don't have address where you can buy them now.
You ain't
Yeah.
got a
So
link, man. My whole day's ruined now. I'm just
sorry,
So
kidding.
bro.
um.
Just kidding. I'm just
Very
kidding.
So
sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm
I've
just
stopped
kidding.
giving links
Maybe we
out.
can get Tronic to throw in a set of gears for that. You can't.
Can I just say?
BMRX. What did you just say?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah, BMRX
stopped giving.
doesn't work very well with the gears, so they
Mm.
don't fit.
It has a wing in the
What did you
back
say,
too that
Lewis?
escaped on.
I've stopped giving links out, especially when I write in the top of it, it's an AL4C 11, and you name the product, right? And then somebody says link. And I think, what, you can't type that product name into the internet, and a lot of shops will come up underneath it, but you'd rather me go looking for the link for you. So when people ask me for a link, if I haven't typed the product up, I'll supply the link. But if I've got the product name there, yeah, there's no
All right.
point for me. Like, someone's asked me for a link to these batteries. If you read the
One second.
post, yeah, underneath the shop that supplied the batteries, it's got all the
If somebody
information.
asks me to send a link, I'll send a GT55 link every time, praying that they click on that thing. Because if they do, I get my next chassis cheaper.
It don't matter about that. It's just the
Listen,
fact that
y'all, I always tell you about those cheat codes y'all got. Don't nobody ever
No,
tell me about
I
the
ain't
cheat
got nothing
codes.
like that.
I'm
I'm
always
trying
I'm
to
always
figure out.
paying full price unless somebody
Bro,
I'm
it's
the
on
only
his
way
working
you
on a
get,
deal.
listen,
every
you only
product
get
on
your,
GT55 has it on the product list. Just you look
For
around
real?
and you'll
yeah,
see it. It's not some like underground thing. It's right in front of you.
Yeah, it is. It's underground, bro.
I feel stupid now.
No, believe me, I don't even mess with that junk, man. But listen, let's keep it high level here, and high vibrational. So yeah, just back to this car. So, and I just want to tidy up this thing, man. Whoever gets this, we're trying to make it where you already have the receiver and everything. That would be ideal. But we have an international group, and shipping this thing out, internationally is not a problem, but it requires an expense. And so with this giveaway, all we're asking is that the receiver pay for the shipping. That's it. They have 3 days to pay for the shipping. We think that's more than fair. If
Yeah,
they're living in Europe, you're going to pay. I mean, there's no getting around it. But what you're getting way exceeds anything you could possibly, the value is there. So,
shoot,
and we're
yeah.
not twisting arms or nothing. If you don't handle business within 3 days, hey, no problem, my person. We're going to go to the next person right in line. Bam. It's going to go to the
To
number
make
two,
it
just
make it
like
a
the
little bit
Olympics.
easier. To make it a
Yeah.
little bit easier, since so many people go in different parts and things like that, because obviously would love to, but no point in building 2 bodies and 3 bodies and whatnot. I'll throw $20 towards shipping.
Oh,
If need
nice.
be,
Oh, okay.
if
Well,
it's
there
out
you
of the
go.
country,
Shit. Why
if it's
Hell
not?
out of the
yeah.
country, only if it's out of the country. Okay,
All
you
right.
stay
Yeah, yeah,
boys,
yeah.
just come
Only if
on,
it's out
man,
of the country. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pay that slight fee. If it's out of the country, I'll help with $20 for shipping.
All right. Well, hey, man,
Got you.
that
Very,
is,
very
hey,
cool,
Put me
man.
down.
Very, very cool.
Put
yeah,
me
that's the
down for it.
thinking. See, I'm glad you're on the call because that's the kind of thinking that breaks through. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you just
Absolutely.
alleviated my stress, my guy. So there you go. All right, as you can see, we got a worldwide effort here. We got England, we got Tobago, we got Alabama, I think. We got Florida, and you got Germany. Jesus, we got
Austria.
United Nations of Drift up in here.
That's cool, though.
Chris is
That
from
is super
Austria,
cool, though.
not Germany.
I like that. That's the title.
Austria, not Germany,
That's
please.
stamp it.
That is,
That's
that is,
important.
I
Trademark
like
that.
it. I like it.
Trademark that.
Hey, listen. Chris is not German. He's Austrian.
Yeah,
I'm
Austrian.
Austrian.
Us
Yeah, it's a big
Americans, man.
difference, bro.
My bad,
Big
bro.
difference.
It's
Big
a
difference.
big
You got to
difference.
switch your
Like
accent
someone
up a little
calling me
bit, man.
Yanks, a Canadian, man.
Like
Yeah,
you
he's
say, you're
Canadian.
Mexican.
Hey, what were you
No,
saying?
I know, no. I'm just
Yeah,
in
he's
Florida, man.
Canadian,
I'm just
man.
southern Florida.
Yeah, hey, Quinn.
Just
Do
southern
I
Florida.
Hey,
call
listen,
you,
Dwight
man?
knows
It's
when you're in Florida, it's easy to pass for Spanish. They think I'm Dominican half the time. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, no. I can tell you Quinn's got a roster of accents. He's got a roster of accents that he can open up at any time and just get whatever he needs. Yeah, man. Yeah, so.
Oh
Dwight,
my God.
pull your
Everything.
camera up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Everything.
I was working on my track. That's what I
Oh,
wanted to
oh,
do,
oh,
but we
oh,
got
oh,
into
oh.
talking. But no.
You're
But it's all good.
you're
So
right. You're right in this minute.
anyway,
We've got
no.
Chris working on the Oniseki. I think is that the Oniseki? A
no,
lot
Yeah,
of
Oh,
people
that's
been
no
getting
no.
those
way.
in the group here lately,
No,
man.
no, no, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of soldering for
Chris
you.
got one. Oh,
Do a
he's gonna
soldering
solder.
educational lesson. Yeah. Show you how easy
Mm,
this thing
I
is.
don't
He's
know
gonna
Bro.
about
do a
that.
tutorial.
The
I don't
Ellis
know. I don't know
Island.
Keep
about. I don't know
talking,
about
man. I'm
doing
just
this. I
getting my
don't
bits
know.
and bobs ready. When I'm ready to solder, I'll give you a show.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right.
As you can
I
see,
do need a
I've
link to
got
that
I've
soldering
got the
gun, by the way.
flux.
How is the gearbox? Is the gearbox smooth?
I'm pretty impressed with it. I mean, wait a moment.
Hey, it rolls. The Oniseki rolls, man.
I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah, man, that's better than the Pro or the
And it's
BMRX
with
Definitely
Pro.
better. That's why I was
and that's
asking.
with motor. And it's really silent. It's not very loud. I'm pretty impressed
This
because
something this BMRX Pro sounds like a tracked
I
skid
was
loader coming down the road, dude.
pretty
Like it's
Yeah,
wait a
dude.
moment. That's not a
Like
problem.
it's.
Just let me change my microphone a little bit because now I only recognize
Oh, yeah. Mine turned a little bit. Hold up.
no, that's the wrong.
There we go. How's that? Better?
I guess. What are we looking at?
Oh, just my cutting board.
He's got a cutting board. He's fixing to cut something.
One moment.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
All right, looks like the Oniseki's on deck. Let's hear some more
Dude, so
Oniseki.
there's a lot of people in the group showing that they're getting these, and I'm trying to look through my list
Can you
here to see
guys
if
hear this?
I'm gonna add some light here. Hold on.
Can you hear
that
this?
sounds terrible.
Okay, if it sounds terrible, then it's my microphone.
Just
It
kidding.
is really
Just
not.
kidding.
Uh, it is really not very loud. So I was really concerned about a loud gearbox on this car because the
Yeah.
BMRX Pro is known for a very loud gearbox. But let me tell you, it's not loud and it's very smooth.
So
The
the
car is free
transmission in them
rolling out
are
of the
similar,
box.
are they?
I just put they are not similar.
They're
I
not.
don't think so the gearbox itself, the cover itself is similar, yeah.
Yeah.
But the gears inside are not. They are mesh different, and there are other gears than in the normal Pro.
I wondered if they made all
Uh,
the gears in the BMRX Pro out of plastic, it probably wouldn't be that loud.
Stop. Oh, Jeff. You know what stinks about this is that we're
uh,
all here together, have so much
basically,
collectible knowledge behind the scenes about stuff that the dots connect so much, but we have to sit here with tight lips, like, damn it, I can't say nothing because I know I so said this and this. I can't say nothing because I know it's gonna come from me, and I don't want to. I want to get more insight on stuff. Like you are hitting nails on the head that you don't understand. Like, yeah, it sucks that sometimes when chassis come out, we tend to be quote unquote guinea pigs or whatever, but
Oh,
it's
guinea
it just
pigs. I
goes.
like that.
it's the name of the game when it comes to certain things. And yeah, for a second there, with how we were getting flooded with chassis, certain things got through the cracks where you had, the updates you were getting ended up being actual revisions to fix problems, especially with the BMRX.
Yeah.
Fully, look how many different versions of it are out. Look
Yeah.
how many,
Right.
like the purple version. There's only been two versions, the Pro and the purple version. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Evo and whatnot should have been a fix to the BMX Pro transmission, because that Evo, that is smooth. It's butter. That's
Yeah.
butter.
Yeah,
Like,
the
I
Evo
can't
is
wait to get my
nice.
hands on one. I can't wait to get my hands on one. But I'm being very patient. I was gonna get the one off the GT55 page, but it's there's a lot of truth to what you're saying. Long story short, Jeff.
Oh
A lot of
yeah,
truth to what you're
man.
saying.
It's quite possibly the most beautiful chassis ever made, in my opinion. Especially with that hop up kit. Like, man, no other. The BMRX Pro was beautiful, man. But it
Yeah,
it,
it
it
looks like
lacks a
a 10
lot.
scale car.
Hated the transmission. I
Now,
hate the whole box.
if you would make the Sleipner in this color and do a full metal Sleipner,
Oh,
Oof.
shut up. Why you teasing people?
good
They don't know
lord,
nothing
that thing
about
would be
that.
just
They
a
don't know nothing about the Holy Grail. They don't know
slayer,
nothing about the Holy
a
Grail.
slayer.
Yes, sir. So,
Dude, I'm
yeah,
so
well,
happy with that.
it's funny.
So happy with that
Um,
Sleipner. Every time I drive it, I love it a little more.
yeah, so, yeah, just, look, you're not the only one who wants an all metal sleep nurse. So, we've been talking about, who we need to talk to about some stuff like that. So, stay tuned, I guess you could say.
I think he's already talked to somebody about it.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna find out.
I've heard through the
Yeah,
grapevine.
yeah.
What's
No,
that?
so it's all good. I'm making some
Who
barriers.
sold what?
Who sold what? What?
No,
You
no,
said
we were
you
just
sold them
talking
all.
about.
I
No,
think Chris is trying to say something.
Yeah, but who sold what?
Nobody sold
no,
anything.
no, no,
I
no. Me and
thought you were
Jeff were
just
just
saying
talking
he
about
sold
something.
them all.
Who said that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm a pensioner. I've got every right to be deaf.
It's a
That's not. I
pensioner.
did. What did Chris? Did Y say that? I didn't say that. I just said that Sleipner. What?
Sorry.
I don't know.
So, no, we were just talking about the whatchamacallit, the sleepener. If it was made out of alloy, how popular it would be. So yeah, he would sell every one that he made for sure.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
what you
Man,
said. I got you.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got you.
So, all right. So what I'm doing is just making some little barriers for my $25 drift track.
Ah, you big.
Uh,
Here. Right. Now you're
$25
cooking.
drift track. Oh yeah, how's my
I'm
screen
still,
showing
I'm
up?
still,
Just
I'm
so
still
okay.
wanting to see if you can pull this off, dude. Like you can't go through the McDonald's drive-through for $25 anymore.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
don't know
No,
where
but I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
tell
build
you
a
how I
twenty-five
do
dollar
it.
track at. Like, it's freaking
No, I'm
expensive out
telling you,
here.
man. It's
What's it
so
made out of?
simple.
I,
I'm
did-
gonna show
I
you right now.
paper, I guess,
I'm sh-
newspaper,
I'm
like a
showing you.
recycled.
Oh my
I,
God,
I have no clue. He's robbing
this is
construction
no
sites to
sermon
do
that
it for
I've ever
$25.
preached. You guys would have been whooped by now if this was any church I've been in. All right, hold up.
Did I?
Let me get my
Oh
coffee
man,
here. All right, hold up. I'm gonna show you a $25 drift track, man. Dang,
twenty
look.
five
They're like,
dollars.
they're like, like, come on, Jesus, walk on the water. All right, man, chill out. Let me get out my sandals.
Listen to my
I
track.
got these.
Listen to my track skid loader.
Yeah, man.
Thing sounds
Come
terrible.
on, Jesus, we waiting. All right, here we go. $25 drift track. What you do is you gotta put on your artistic face, right? But you go to Home Depot and you get this little pink styrofoam board, right?
Twenty four
Now they're
ninety
not
nine.
much. How much?
24.99.
$24.99 exactly, right?
Track
But with
done.
this right here, I think it's like $4 or $5, right? But you get a really big cube of it. It's 2x2, right? 24x24. But with that, as I was showing people, you cut off some sections of it, and then you take those sections and you crack them in half with the pizza cutter, right? So you have a cube, you just cut a section off of it, then you cut it in half and you break it. And when you break it, you're going to get these really interesting, like formations and stuff, right? Now, I'm not saying it looks like stone at this moment, but after I paint them all black and then I paint them my stone color, Oh, and I also creased them, right here. I just made them segmented, right, so I could break them in half like this, right, in little cubes, because
Oh,
I'm going to put them around like little barriers. So yeah, this is it right here. These are the barriers. This is how I made my larger track. So once I paint these up,
Ah,
you won't be able to tell me that's not stone or give you the
Yeah, it
impression of
looks.
stone and
damn
so
right.
forth, right?
Good
So
idea.
Damn right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
take
good.
that here on this 4x6 board. Okay, so if you notice on my post, I put $25 drift track, but there's an asterisk there. I was donated this whiteboard, and so I'm going to use a whiteboard. But this $25 drift track, I could literally, like, this is all the yield that I got so far out of that $6 board. I mean, there is enough here to do this track 4 times over.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
mean, I'm kind of
Yeah.
industrious to where I almost want to paint these and dry brush them real quick and then sell someone a bag of this stuff for like $50 and say, hey, listen, here's your drift track right here.
Yo.
So check this out though. So
It'll
this right
cost
here is a
more.
little
It'll
piece of
cost more than it's worth to ship it.
no. This little bag, no, it's nothing. It's styrofoam. It weighs
Nothing.
nothing, man. Yeah. But check this out. So this right here is just a piece of ABS plate, right? And so I scored it and I snapped it. And what I'm going to do is I got this dimension because this is my 35th scale track, right? So I got this dimension off of my M32, right?
Yeah.
So there's my M32 or my D32, whatever you want to call it, right? So I'm going to cut these about like that. So they'll be like parking slot size.
Cool.
And with that, I'm going to use these barriers to go around it. And I'm going to fill in the in-between with some material like, woodland greens, maybe some trees, a palm tree or whatever. Underneath all of that, underneath this, there's going to be some things from Five Below, some LED lighting that has their own supplied battery pack. And I'm just going to run the LEDs at the base of this underneath what I would call the kerf of this feature, right? There's going to be a little bit of kerf right here. So the LEDs are going to be right here. So when I place these, and they're mobile, they can slide anywhere around the track. And I could just set up a little obstacle track with all of these little things. And it's going to look dope as shit, man. Trust me.
I like it.
So anyways, for $25, man, blow your mind.
Love the
Yeah.
vision.
LEDs and palm trees and yeah, I'm
Yeah, it
excited
ain't
to
going to
see
be
it for
nothing.
$25.
Oh, I'm coming back.
I,
This
I'm
one
not.
got
I'm not doubting you. You're confident. I bet you'll do it.
yeah, well, where I got
um,
the inspiration are those tracks over there in Indonesia. If you ever look at those
Yep.
guys, a lot of their tracks, they have like a really tall barrier. Most of our U.S. tracks, they're flat two-dimensional tracks. A lot of their tracks have like a three-dimensional feature to them and so forth. So,
It definitely
um,
stands out, and makes them look good. That's for sure.
yeah, no doubt. And so again, the only reason I went foam is, outside of the price. I mean, the price is what it is. I'm not ever one to really complain about the price. I just kind of like either build it myself or I have to pay the price. What are you going to do?
Amen.
But this is awesome. I would use these for like a display if I had like a display section of my track, and I would have these barriers because these are really really nice. I mean, they're beautiful.
Yeah, they look real,
But
don't they?
I can't afford to either buy these or the time it would take to make these because I would literally I did a calculation. I would need about 60 of these just to have a presence. Because if you put 3 on the track, don't even bother. In my opinion. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Not
So,
everybody's
but if
got
I could do
access to the stuff I've got access to because, like, I cut mine out of wood. Is the only reason I've got a bunch of Jersey barriers, and I even got lazy on them. And the last ones I just made were square because it was like, what's the point?
let me show you this idea in
I'm
action. Let me
serious,
show you this in
dude.
action.
It was exhausting. You got to have a lot of barriers to do a track. That's all I'm saying. There's a
Yeah.
ton of barriers. I've got barriers for days just because.
You know what? My biggest thing I always wanted, because with me, the biggest thing is space. Like, I have a nice sized home, but of course, you have a family. Space is always an issue when it comes to a hobby like this.
Oh, you got to
Yeah,
get
So my
another
biggest thing
family.
was, I know, right?
Just
My biggest
joking.
thing was, I was like, I want to get something that drops down from the ceiling. Then the hurricane hit, workmanship became, like, super expensive, so that idea came out the window. Then
right.
it's like I always wanted, like, to do like a modular track, like the old tracks back in the day, the electric cars. Put them on
Yeah,
there, they zip around. Do
that's what
something
this
like
is.
that, so that way you can always lay down a little drift track, make
So
it
one of
big,
our
make it small, and you're following the
You see
course.
what I'm
So
telling
you
you?
need to check out Dan Becker's post in the He's literally had the
Pricey though.
same problem. So he went out to the garage and put a 2x4 table that's literally built
Oh yeah, over his
over the
car.
hood
Yeah,
of his car. He's out there. I love it,
yeah,
man. Like whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, really cool.
yeah. So
Dude,
this is the same process I used
dude, that
on
looks
my
legit,
24
bro.
scale
That
truck.
looks legit.
Yeah, man, it's the same
Yeah, it
shit.
does.
It's
Looks
foam.
legit.
You know, that's foam right here. This is foam.
It looks weathered. It's
Yeah, yeah.
cool.
And then
Dude,
here's say ABS. This is actually made out of a floor sign. I didn't know if it would work, you know, so I just kind of cut it out of some material.
such a
But
good,
yeah, and this is
such a good.
foam. You know,
That's cool, dude.
yeah. And it's fun because every single one of these bricks is like essentially handmade, so everyone's got
Yep.
like a little story, so to
Different.
say, if you're into that kind of stuff.
You can see where you've
But
crashed
anyway,
into it a
so
couple times.
yeah, exactly. So this right here, you see, right? This was a cube, right? But I cut it down the middle with a pizza roller, right? And not a sharp one, you know, because the duller the better, because it gives you this fracturing and stuff, you know. And so then I just kind of peel this wall down a little bit. Look at this. See, I just kind of peel it right here.
Looks good,
And then
dude.
it's like opening a geode. You don't even know what you're gonna get at the end of it. But oh yeah, man, that thing took a really hard hit, you know. So yeah, so I'm gonna make a whole bunch of little mobile
I like it.
barriers, and if I have an excess, maybe I'll just pitch someone out to some members, man, just so they can have little features, you know.
Well, if we're
I
gonna do
I
giveaways
want to,
very often, that's a good idea.
man. I'm all about giving it away, man. I mean, look,
I feel you,
participate,
I hate
ask the right
I
questions.
hate
Don't
giving stuff
scam me.
away.
Could you believe I picked up a
dude.
scammer in the group, man? I picked up a scammer in 2 seconds. I couldn't even believe it.
Quinn, I've found in life that the more you give, the more that comes back in other ways. I don't know. It's a law of nature. I think it's. I feel you,
Every greed like
especially
me,
in
man.
a land
Every
where
greed like
stuff's
me.
expensive. But man, I feels like the more I'm generous, the more it comes back in other forms. It's cool.
Generosity sucks, man. You gotta be greedy. I'm the greediest person I know. I hate giving stuff away.
Yeah, well, no. You get there, man. You get there. I'm an only child, man. I used to just
I
like,
am too.
No,
I
you
mean,
know I'm joking, Dwight. You know I'm joking, Dwight.
hey.
I say
All
that
jokes come
BMW
from
body,
somewhere, man.
that
No, it's all
BMW
good.
body I gave you.
Yeah,
Man,
no,
listen,
I know.
that baby right there. I was
No, I
looking at it
know,
for a
right?
while. A BMW body. I was like, I'm never gonna use it. I was like, I'm gonna give
Oh
it to
my
I
somebody. You know
look.
what I'm
god.
saying?
What's this? What's this? I'm just looking in the solder box. Yeah,
Did
for a
you
bit of
find a
solder.
tower? You found a tower.
And found what,
Nice.
bad boy?
You are old.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Is that Futaba?
I just
He said you are.
Is that Futaba?
bought one, and that's in my solder box.
Chris,
Dwight.
you know
Yeah.
you've got issues when you can't find a $65 part in a box or don't even know that you have it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh man,
I ain't never
you
lost
ask
a
Chris
fucking none
Tronic.
of that.
Oh
Ask Chris
man.
Tronic. When I'll speak to Chris every night, yeah, and we'll be chatting for hours some night, and I'll be chatting stuff with him. And he see me with the part one night, and the next night I'll say to him, "Where'd they put them motors?" And he's like, "I don't know.
Yep.
That's
Put them."
funny.
And man, it's like last night I scoured high and low. Oh, this is man. I scoured high and low for a rocket ESC and motor, and then found them in my bureau in the living room. I don't even know why they're in my bureau, my work bureau, in my living room. But that's where they were.
Because we pick things up and say we're gonna work on them at certain times and we never do.
That's what
Let me tell
happens.
you, my wife is so over me taking cars with
Uh
me, and I
hey,
go
we gotta have
My
our
places.
own
wife
group for
is
the
so
women.
Over it. She's
well.
over it.
Can I just say quickly? Can I just
That's
say
why you
quickly
are in the
what?
car now, huh, Quinn?
Yeah. He's in the
Right?
doghouse.
He's dedicated though.
Can I?
You gotta admire his dedication.
3D
Can
printer
I
in the
just
trunk.
go through this soldering progress, please?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
because
calling me
I
right
am going to
now.
need to
Hold on one
explain
second.
it. So if you can all just be stum a minute. This is only my process. Everyone has their own. We have what Dwight calls the stabby pot. It's basically coiled copper. We
The
then have
copper.
flux. Yeah, it's just coiled copper. We
Yeah,
have
copper pad,
flux.
scrub pad.
Yeah, we have regular soldering paste there, flux. I decant it into one of these because it makes it easier. Little pointed Q-tip for doing what we're going to do. Before I do any soldering on anything, I try and get everything set up like you can see. So this is the connector I've removed from a Rocket ESC.
Yep.
Without cutting it's easier to just lift the three flaps up and pull them out. What I am
Gotcha.
going to do is then what I've done, so I don't mix these cables up as well. When you buy these pack of connectors, you
Mm-hmm.
get a load of heat shrinks. I'm not going to put these connectors on it because I am going to put this into a reflex racing battery, the flat pack, because that actually fits
Hmm.
in this on a sinky like it was made for it.
That's
It's
awesome.
literally one beautiful fit. I don't think I've seen a battery pack like that. Quinn's gone missing, unfortunately, when I've got to the bit he can't do. But that's how it is.
Maybe he turned off his
I
mic.
think I think he had somebody come out and holler at him, and he had to go in real quick. And he said he'd be right back. I think
Okay. Well, basically, what I
He could
do,
watch the
these
replay.
pins
he
are
might
too
have to.
long. I'm going to put these, what they call 2 mil bananas on them. Yeah. And they plug into the top of the battery. The pin as I pulled out is too long.
Ah, so those batteries
So,
have the plug style. That's cool.
yep. So basically, I'm going to cut the thin piece off. I'll put this against it. And you can see the piece this I've got for soldering, the thick piece. I'll measure that by eye.
Yep.
And I'll cut the excess off on here.
Yes. Yes. Go on.
Yeah, you don't have to cut the whole wire off because this has been pre-tinned. And then I'll just give it a quick check. It fits lovely. Okay, now before we solder this, we want to give this a little lick in the flux. Yeah, get our solder out.
I like it.
Give our solder a little iron, a little dip in the flux, and then tin the soldering iron. That's all you've got to do, tin the iron. You don't have to put solder on this bit now. It's on the iron.
It
Okay,
sucks right into the wire.
that's it. Instead of running all the way down the cable and make it really stiff all the way down, you're just getting it on the bit of metal that was already positioned on the thing itself. So the same again on this side. I get it to that point. I give this a little dip. I give that a dip in the solder. I now tin the soldering iron and literally position it on it, and you'll see it's run around it.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, so we haven't got solder everywhere. We've still got a nice flexible joint right down to the end. This is
Yep.
important for these bullet clips because you're going to want to bend these. If you cut this piece of metal off and strip the cable back, when you apply solder, the solder will run down the cable.
Yep.
So where mine's nice and bendy there and it's not going to break, yours will end up, all this will be stiff and
And
this
you
bit
won't be able to
here will
bend
be
it.
really,
Yeah.
you're not for a good 10 mil.
Hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey, Dwight, hit the mute
So
button.
the next
I can't hear him.
thing we're going to do, we're going to solder the bullet on itself. I have to get me octopus out for this. Sorry,
Love you,
peeps.
Dwight. That's just loud.
So with the bullet, this is why we've got the
He's got a rasp.
Q-tip, just to get a bit of flux in there.
I'm gonna have to
Soldering
try
iron
one of.
once again.
I'm gonna have to try one of those battery packs. I didn't know it had the bullet style plugs. That's really cool. What kind of solder do you use,
Now,
Chris? Silver
oh
solder.
man, this is just cheap solder that comes with the pack.
Gotcha.
These bullets will get hot if you hold them with your hand to solder them. So
Yeah.
don't hold them with your hand. Get I use little bulldog clip, anything that'll clip it.
I ended up drilling a bunch of holes in my little uh, stand right here, so I stick the bullet or the connector or whatever in there, and it holds it up for me.
Yeah,
I got
I
you.
usually stick them in me debris, but I find this is easier. And then
I
as you
like
can
it.
see, I just heated that up.
Yep.
The solder all the way down the inside of it.
Then you just heat it up again and plug it in.
Yeah. Now
That's
get
awesome.
the next one. Give it a little dip in there. Push this into the same.
Very professional. I like it.
Heat the solder up and apply it. Put it on the top. Let it run down. Let's put a little bit more on there.
I like it. I like the soldering iron. That's a fancy. You get to choose the You have to choose the temperature of that thing, don't you?
The quality, mate. This runs the TS101. You can run it straight off a USB lead. I use the power lead, but it'll go up to 400, and it goes
Only
up super
USB-C, please.
Gotcha.
USB-C, sorry, yeah. Anyway, I've done a bit of soldering then, as you can see.
Show everybody your copper pad there. Yep.
Yeah, there's the stabby, and as you can see, now the tip
He's got Brillo in the house.
is beautiful and clean.
Mine looks terrible.
Right, so
My tip looks terrible. That's for sure.
well, you should tin it once you've given
Yeah,
it a
you
bit of a
definitely
stabby. You've got
always
it
need
clean.
something like this.
Cool.
Tin it
Gotcha.
back up.
Gotcha.
Right now,
Lessons
now
learned.
we've got our now we've got our 2 bits in the clip. I'll just stand them in there for a minute. We're going to get this, put the soldering iron on one side, and insert it in. I'll tell you what, I'll put it in there. It works better. It doesn't bend as much. I don't know if you can see that. I'll turn it that way so you can see it better.
I got you.
Same again. Bit of flux on there. Stabby. Get some solder on it.
Yeah, you've missed the whole part you needed to watch. Quinn. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, trust me, I was recording it.
I'm just playing with you, man.
And then in she goes.
I'm just kidding.
Lovely jubbly. Let's just take the excess off.
Man, I
And
want you
there's
to
our
look.
first one in. And
Beautiful.
now I've got a bit of a lump there. If you want to get the lump off, it's no deal. Just flick it with the soldering iron. She'll come. Then put your heat shrink over it to your point.
Man, that's good.
You can use the soldering iron to shrink your heat shrink. It takes a bit of time. Personally, I find the lighter does it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there you go. One lovely soldered joint.
Looks good, dude.
Ready to be jugged into the battery.
And
As
it'll
you can
still
see,
bend and everything.
she'll still bend at the top.
That's awesome, dude.
So yeah, but let's do the next one.
I like using those XT30 clips like you've got on the bench right there with you.
See, I don't understand. I do understand, but it's like, why not? Don't just solder the motors, man. Like, come on, you buy them, just solder the damn motors, please. For the longest, with all the motors I have, and for how many chassis I have, I'm like, man, you know what? It just makes sense for me to convert all my soldering to making plugs for my motors, because what if I want to swap it from 3500 to 2500?
Bro,
Like,
because people like me would prefer if the ESC comes completely without any cables, so I can decide by myself how long the cables are.
Yep.
That's the reason why the motor is not soldered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, Pete.
So
Right there, you
there
can
are
see.
not people like me who shorten every cable on
I do
every
too.
car,
I
every
do
time.
too. Check this out.
Yeah.
Like I shortened them on this one.
And
I cut quite a bit
to
off
be
of these.
honest, it's more a pain to remove the cables because the industrial solder joints are much stronger and you need much more heat than you need on a normal solder joint. Yeah. So the uh, the danger of breaking your ESC or so is very high because you need a higher temperature to open that industrial joint up. And if you have bad luck, you overheat the chip. And if you overheat the chip, it's gone.
Yep.
So that's why
I know about
would
that.
prefer if there is no solder joint done on the ESC and I can do them all by myself, because then the risk of damaging the ESC is smaller.
That makes complete sense, man. Thank you so much for that, because you know what? I never, ever, ever put all of that together in regards to, I was like, you know what? They just do it for tidiness. You know what? It doesn't really matter if it's long or short, but it all makes sense. I never even cared to even look into any of that.
Here's something I've been learning about these ESCs, especially OMG. I've got a lot of OMG stuff. Man, I always zip tie the battery lead to where my solder joints don't move on the ESC itself. because man, these things will break loose after some time, and that
It
sucks.
will.
Anytime you try
Mm.
to fix it, it's a pain. It's not some of them like a Team Powers ESC. I've got a version 2.1 from them that you couldn't fix it. It was over with. It was broken.
Uh, Team Powers, I'm sorry. It may be a cool performer. I mean, now it's like dinosaur compared to what's out now, but like that was the worst customer service experience. I've never
Yeah,
bought an ESC, spent so much money and literally have it not work from the beginning, and afterwards
that
take so
sucks.
long to get a replacement. And afterwards,
I had the same
that was
experience.
horrible, horrible experience.
I had
Yeah.
a
No,
I've
I
got a
had the
Great,
same
great
experience.
V3.
ESC.
I've got a V3
If you
that
got
works
one, great.
really good, but my V2.1 didn't last long.
I
God, it
don't
was
get it.
expensive. I believe it was close to $80, wasn't it?
No more than that. I paid like 90. I paid, when I was first got in everything, way back when like the 2.1 the V2 came out
Yeah,
for Atomic. I was like, shoot, it was like almost $90.
man, that's high.
And these are
Yeah,
not
the
that's not even
OMG
shipping.
are
You're not
very
even talking about shipping.
expensive. Yeah.
Not even
So
talking
I
about
had
shipping.
somebody hit me up in my comments. Made a comment on a post that I might sell my BMRX Pro, and I thought I shot him a pretty good price. It was literally, if I added up everything I'd put into it, it was well over like $140 I had knocked off of it, and it just put him in shock. He didn't respond to me for a day or two. He finally said, "I was like, you wait until you build one of
How
these
much did
things,
you
you'll
want?
see."
How much did you want?
I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, I
Listen,
see.
man, I want one, but like I said, I need the Evo rear end. So I think I might just go ahead and I wish GT55 was yeah, special edition Evo, but yeah, got it. I'll
I
do
don't
it.
know, man. I've got a few chassis now, so it's starting to get to the point like I can't. Some of them hold some sip. What's the word I'm looking for here? Some
So
You care about some of them.
yeah. Some of them I'm
return it to women with purses. Okay,
yeah.
that's all
Some of
shit
them
to
I'm
make
not going to
whole.
get rid of. Like my first chassis ever, I'm not going to get rid of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like my weight shift, I'm probably not going to get rid of that. It's hard to get rid of my atomic, even though I probably would because I mounted that body to it, and that body is just so good.
that's what we say with every single one, because you know
Oh,
why?
they've all got a story, that's for sure.
The hardest thing was body fitment. So once you got that body fitted up perfect, it was like, nope, I'm never gonna
Yeah.
take it off ever again. So I was always like, well, damn, why is everybody build like to body specific when they build these chassis? They never like change the body. Why not? There's so many different bodies. Like, why wouldn't you change to this or that? Then I understood, change the whole wheelbase, change the whole tune. But why not just get all your bodies to a certain wheelbase that way you can literally put it on the whatever chassis wheelbase you have it to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense to just stick to one body.
I'll be
So I
honest
get
with you.
sentimental. I get it.
The Mustang body, I really thought about it because I put it on my MA for a second, and dude, the MA is such a wide chassis right out the gate. That D24, it would work on this Mustang body, but man, it's hard to. It's like you said, there's so much tuning has to go involved, especially when you drop a body on one. It's hard to give up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here you go. See, I
That
got
being
this
said,
mounted.
if anybody wants to see River DWX3 alloy,
I got it half on there. There's the kerf I was talking about. And I put the LED strip right here underneath. They got the self adhesive,
Sort of just peek through.
Uh, yeah, so that's what I think. I don't know. It's like it'll be a cool feature. Hell, I could even stack up. See, that's another thing you could do with the styrofoam is you could stack it up, you know,
Hey,
or
Dwight,
offset it a little bit.
I could
And
donate
then
something to your track if you wanted it, Dwight.
then you got does double stuff. Yeah, I always accept donations, man. It's all good.
Okay, so
Um,
I've got some street lights, some legit street lights that somebody had sold me with and they come with a separate battery pack.
nice.
It would look sweet. I don't know that I'm ever going to use them. I've made a mess out of them, obviously, but some legit
Right.
metal street lights.
Ah, man, dude, I'd love that.
I'll send them to you.
Nice. So
I'm
yeah, I'm
not going
just
to
gonna
use
cut
them.
this thing here at a bevel.
I would
Yeah,
have
that's
to
that.
drill into my concrete floor to mount them, so I'm not going to do that.
Ah,
Jesus.
yeah, that's a no bueno.
Yeah, I've got my P tile floor, and I thought about trying to put it in, like a curve, like you're talking about, like that. I still want to be able to pull the car into the thing if I want to. So being able to
Yeah.
pick everything up is kind of my mode at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I ever become rich, I will build a building outside the house to just put a track in.
Very nice. Invite me.
But that's not going to happen probably.
Don't say that.
Well, I would have to move out of this area probably to pull that off. I live in a very poor area of North Carolina. Like
I
median,
see.
like medium income around here is probably less than 30,000 a year. So it's kind of, I don't know.
Man, I gotta live there.
Well, you don't make 30,000 a year. It's everything's still just as
Oh,
expensive as it is in Florida. You just don't make any
dang.
money. What happened?
Can, can never get ahead.
Oh, you can. You just gotta
The man's got me down.
do some shady stuff. Just kidding.
All right. So we're making progress. I'm telling you, man, $25. This is where it's at, homie.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, Dwight, I'll send these to you, dude. I'm not going to use them. I tried to play with them for a little while. They didn't work. I mean, they work, but they wasn't going to work with what. Oh, I just found my solder that I've been looking for this. I remember
Nice.
putting it in here now. It's just like Chris said, the cheap solder that came with the thing.
Nice. We like the cheap.
I've got about 3 or 4 of these battery packs I'll send you with it. So
Oh my God. Hell yeah.
they come with individual battery packs that you put a watch battery in, and it's got a switch on the side of it. So you
Oh,
could set
that's
them up
legit.
you could set them up at different parts of the track.
Sweet.
Yeah, man.
$25 drift track, man. Come on. Someone come
Well,
at me.
if you
Someone
get
come at me with the $20 drift
if you
track.
get donations, it'll definitely help. That's for sure.
Telling you, man, this is it right here, homie.
I want to
Look,
keep
a
a
little
couple of
glue.
these.
Well, the glue, I mean, look, the materials to put it together, like the glue and stuff. Come on now. All right. Let's just, hopefully, you already got that. Here's a little kicker. And, and let me just smooth it out. Boom. Oh, get in there. Oh, you know what? It didn't even lay any glue. Look at that shit. That was
That's
crazy.
the way that goes.
Here we go.
Now I would be using that Elmer's Glue Clear, just because
No, I'm just trying to.
I've got a fascination with it right now after Chris turned me on to it.
No, it's funny. I have a jug. I have a gallon jug of that stuff that I bought for a craft project back in the day, and I never used it. And I should have possibly used it for this one, but since we were doing it live, I just figured I'd just do it in real time.
There
Just
you go.
pulling this wall away here. Just put a little stuff in there.
Super Glue and
Exercise.
myself don't like each other. Like, we both of us have got a love hate
To
relationship.
exercise a little bit to get it up in there and stuff, and then we'll
Man,
hit it
I
with
get
the
plumb when I
zappity
go to
zap.
glue a body. I get plumb nervous. Like I get plumb
Mm-hmm.
just bent out of shape anytime I'm ready to glue a body. It's kind of pathetic.
Well, you're normal.
I've met
The
and I
stakes are
wasn't
high.
like that until I messed a few up.
Well, so it's like I used to love barbecuing, and then one day I was barbecuing at this guy's house, and he pulls the steaks out, and I just catch the price on the steaks, and that was kind of a mistake, because they were really, really expensive, and then all of a sudden it got real, so it's just like, oh, so
I
I get it. This is going to be a very interesting little project here.
What are you soldering, Tronic?
LEDs. Just the LED stripe because I want to upgrade the LEDs of the GT55 garage.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So I'm gonna
I will
attempt.
show it in the end.
I'm gonna attempt to put the JST1 lights and backfire in the 400Z body that's coming for the MA D23.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to put
Yeah,
that
that looks
together.
dope. Man YP from the Man YP.
Yes, sir.
Is that the one that he's building right now?
I've got a surprise for all of you guys. Like when this thing hits, it's hopefully gonna be a icon of the Sunday sermon. Hopefully,
Ooh, an icon. I like it.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes, sir.
No, you old fuck. Sorry.
Come
I'm
on
just
now.
joking. My bad.
Dwight, you have to now go and put $10 in the church collection tonight.
You're right.
now.
You're
Yep.
right. I had
Yep.
donation. That's it. My bad. I was
Killing
trying to
me.
be cheeky.
Any
Killing
kids
me.
out
Cost me.
there, you go in the naughty book if you say them words.
We
My
try to
bad.
keep him on a leash, people.
Yeah, no, my bad. My bad.
It's only when we're private we say them words.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
let me get this question out. Jeffro
Yes, bro.
or Christos or Dwight,
Yes,
Quinn,
sir.
if you're listening.
I'm listening. I'm
This
looking.
TT55
Yes, sir.
Noble gyro receiver, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Can
Yeah.
this be used on its side?
Ooh.
It
Let's
can
try
be
right
turned. It
now.
can be turned
No,
forward or sideways, I think, but I don't think it
no,
can be on its
no.
side.
It's not
It's
a
a
three-way
4-axis out
gyro.
of 6. Yeah.
You would need a three-way gyro, 3 axis.
Yeah, I don't like the hammer, you know.
Be cool if it could, though, because it would make it even that much better. To be honest, if it could turn on its
Well,
side.
it just means I've got to put it on the side of my car, and I don't like putting them on the side of a car high.
Mm.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I always try to tuck that gyro in the back, in the middle.
Yeah, I can't because it's a middle motor engine, Jeff, and the motor's this.
That sucks.
Yeah, there ain't a lot of room on the sickie, mate.
I think I'm going to get one.
I've shrunk it to its smallest size, but
Oh, you saw the
it's just-
Yaris that guy did? Or whatever that was? The mini Arboth on the
man,
TT
on the
Super?
TG, that's
Yeah.
the smallest it'll go.
God,
Now-
that thing looked great.
Man, I've got a Kyosho Renault Megane body that you can't get a car on. Another one, you get a mini Z on it, yeah, but you can't
Yeah.
get an actual. I've not found a car yet that'll fit it. Even the GLD, I couldn't get it on it. It won't shrink to its size.
Wow.
But that thing is the same as what he's got. I've got a white body Megan. I've got to do it now. It's got me intrigued now seeing it. Not a
I
Megan,
see.
the other one below the Megan. I forget what it's called. Cleo.
The Clio.
Guys,
I don't know, the big
what all y'all see in the group this week that caught your eye?
Well, I saw that Arboth or whatever that was. That was super cool.
The what?
A lot of group activity though. We got 12,000 members. That's super. I mean, that's 2,000 more members than we had, I think, last time we were here.
Yeah, we're growing, and the posts are picking up. There are quite a few more posts than.
Yeah.
This
Notice.
week alone, me and Chris were talking about it. We've had just short of 400 members in 1 week this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I think, as Chris hit on it, half of it's to do with this on a sickie, because there's a lot of 1/10 boys joined. Because
Yeah,
as Chris said,
extreme man. Extreme.
when you look at them, there's loads of them that have got, when they say the car, they've all got MSTs or
Yep.
GARMs, and they're all this. Now, I don't mind them all joining, as long as you don't start spouting 1/10, because we'll just shut it off. If they want to talk about 1/24th, 1/28th, that's quality. Yeah, stay in the group, guys. The more the merrier. But if you're going to start spouting 1/10, there's a lot of groups out there. We've all got 1/10s here. This group's not for 1/10. It's for 1/24th, 1/28th, and even smaller.
Yeah. 1/18th is the max. I think we're going.
Yeah, 1/18th is our max we'll go, I suppose. Yeah, that's about true, Dwight. Anything over 1/18th, really, we don't want to know.
It'll just dilute and like make things harder to sift through.
Yeah, no, micro's where we're keeping it. It's hard enough.
Well, it's a different
speed.
setup procedure in the cars and everything else. You start getting setups put in for the work on a 1/10, but they certainly won't work on one of these bad boys. That's for sure.
So how do y'all feel? How do y'all
mind.
feel about the green MA that's coming out? That's only going to be 30. Driftaholics made a post saying that there were only going to be 30 of those ever.
50 apparently, I heard.
50.
It's gonna be red, purple.
I would have felt better about it if I didn't already buy my black one, which I wanted a
Thank
green
you.
one, but they said blah blah blah.
Same,
So it's all good.
same.
I'm not getting caught up in all that. I'm not getting
Thank
caught
you.
up in all that.
You
Well,
know what? I just see this dude on Tybo. He made like a mocking video of it, and he literally just took a green Sharpie and literally just taped it, like taped the chassis up, and literally just drew green,
Sorry.
switched out, drew red, switched out, drew gold. I mean,
That's funny.
of
Well,
course,
you could
look at
take that part and have it anodized since that natural aluminum is
look at the
What you,
exposed.
green
And
on
what
my
you got,
TG.
Lewis?
I was practicing the other night with Dwight, showing him that's green on my TG. Yeah, but my meta will be. Oh, she's lovely in red.
oh, nice. Yep.
Yeah, man. So you can have
guys,
your metas.
hey man,
You can
guys,
all put your MA whatever color you want, and whatever color that you finished you haven't got, I'll do mine a different one.
All right.
I might
There
do
you
it
go.
blue. I might do a blue one. I might do
Hey,
green. I might do orange.
Blue would at
yeah.
least
Yeah.
blue
Well,
would at least match the springs.
I can't do any more purple because I'm fed up. My shed is full of purple at the moment. It's I'm getting quite purpleized. I feel like Prince now.
Purpleized.
What with the
Nothing
e-bike
wrong with Prince.
and my
Prince
last
is
car
good.
all purple. And I remember saying to John Strangle, yeah, he gets too much into it with all this color coordination. And lo and behold, I'm now in the same stands as John Strangle. I mean, I'm not saying he influenced me because he did, but
is a gateway drug.
yeah, it's just another way of doing things. Some people like the wiring nice and change the wiring. A lot of it's for cosmetic value, and you know, we're all into it for different reasons. Some of us like to pimp the cars up to bits. It don't mean we can drive, or well, I certainly can't drive good. And yeah, I've got some of the most pimped cars, but there's a lot more people out there that will smash me in on a track. The only thing I smash in is cars and table legs. That's my favourite
I
thing.
Yeah.
drive
You know,
I drive really good as long as the camera's off. As soon as the camera gets turned on, I fall apart, bro. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. I'll be killing it.
Yeah.
I'll be killing it, and then I will go like on a live and try to video me driving. And like just as soon as the live button gets hit, man, like I fall apart. It's the strangest thing ever.
Yeah. That's why I got out of adult entertainment. Yeah. I get it.
Was that it? Was that the reason?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
well,
Yeah,
Pete,
I think you're normal. I think, look, everyone is trying to progress. You have people that are like trying to finish bodies. I mean, yeah, that bodies I think are actually the biggest mountain. I mean, if all I had to do is build these cars, that'd be nothing. I mean, the 10 scale guys. I mean, unless they're getting really, really sick into the Lexane bodies. I mean, I don't know. They're really straightforward to get up on the road. These cars are much more of a hassle. And then once you get them up and tuned, the body makes such a big difference. Just swapping the body
Oh yeah.
seems on the face of it like it would work. Oh, same wheelbase, but that's like saying like
no,
an F-250 and a Bugatti Chiron have, let's say, the same wheelbase, but they're completely different. It's like the body, the weight, how the body's proportioned. I almost want to say even the aero on the body makes a difference. I wouldn't think aero would make a difference, but I swear to you, some of my high downforce cars, at least the ones with a big wang, they actually perform really, really well over the like sedans and stuff that don't have that stuff. So I don't know, my opinion.
very good note of opinion because you try to buy a whole bunch of bodies before you get that second chassis. You think it's gonna be all fun and games until you realize you got a whole bunch of stack of bodies
man,
that catch up on.
there's,
Yeah.
there's so many bodies you buy and you think, yeah, I'm going to put that on my chassis, and you get it. I'll tell you a prime example. I made this car. It's the best car I've ever made and sprayed in my life. It was a GT40 race car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can't get that bar, that shell on any chassis
Yeah.
without destroying the shell.
TG, TG, the first TG. I
No,
bet you.
it
No, he's
won't
talking about
work.
the
Do
body.
you know why? Let
Yeah,
me
no.
tell you why. Well, listen. Let me tell you why it won't work. Because the GT40 has got two big air scoops that run down the side of the car and out
Yeah.
through the back. So therefore, you've got to trim the top of the car off to get your arms through, and the whole car is it's shot, man. I've looked at it. I've tried, man. You're talking to a man with 30 chassis, and there's not one single chassis on this market that will go on that car.
You've
So
got a
that's
stack. You've got
there's
a
a lot
stack
of
of bodies
cars.
too.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars. Well, a lot of their bodies, mate. It's like the Supra. If you get a Supra, everyone thinks, yeah, they fit great and they look great. There's a lot of chassis with a Supra. You're gonna have to cut the granny out the front of the bonnet vents because they're just gonna hit your top arms on the car and all sorts. So a lot of bodies, you do have to cut bits and bobs of them off to make them fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of magic behind the scenes, and everyone who builds one, and again, it all just goes down to the respect inside the group. Let's touch on that. It's you'll see people posting with K989, maybe even the A 269, which I think is their 20 12 scale offering, let's say. But the point is that yeah, as Chris said, we're not trying to have the larger scales up in there. But I'm looking at each post as kind of like, let me just judge it on its merits. The guy's like really excited about sliding around, wants to share. I get all that. We'd like to guide him into the smaller scales, but honestly, to him, that is a small scale drifter. So I let it slide, and just I want people to judge their interest in this hobby. If you watched any of these sermons and you felt inclined to go out and drop $1,000, man, that's awesome. Hey, I'm glad that it's working out for you. But there's some people that this is just a whole huge shift in their whole personal entertainment and investment. So we're trying to put it out there as honest as possible that hey, our cars aren't perfect. These chassis as we receive them definitely aren't perfect. There's some that are missing parts and this, that, and the other. And then we're very forthright letting people know that, hey, this manufacturer is stepping up and, getting behind their product. And we have other manufacturers who don't stand behind their products. And we cut them right down the middle. Everyone just fairly right down the middle based on our experiences. And look, if we say something that got you a certain way, let us know about it. Let us know about your
Yeah, man. Hit us
situation.
up in
Maybe
the
you could smooth
comments
thing
and
over
give us
for
some
us and stuff.
advice.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's a good
I
one.
mean, look, I'm not, it depends on which day you catch me, man. I may not be the smoothest guy, but other
Yeah,
times
we're
I'm that
human.
helpful.
We're human. We make
Yeah.
mistakes. I think I made one or two in the past. I think it was a Tuesday. Oh, I'm just kidding.
My big
I did make one.
is the factor of
I bought a drift art, and it made me like an RC car addict. And since then, I'm up to
Yeah,
God knows
right.
how
Yeah.
many chassis.
yeah, right.
I've,
That drift start almost gave you an aneurysm. Talking about drift,
man, that do you remember when we met Quinn? Yeah,
the
that drift
drift
art
start
was giving
hit
me.
the neck. They stood up for drift start like it was a cult.
Dude, the Drift Art Boys are a special group. Like they will come out to woodwork. They're like a yellow jacket's nest in the South. Like you step in a pile of Drift Art Boys, and they're going to be all up on your head in just a second. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Just give us a DM or whatever. We'll get you out of the problems. I'm helping a guy right now, Jack Blanchard, super nice
Drift
guy, new
Art
to the
Boys, one
group.
at a time, please.
Yeah, for sure. But no, he hit me up in my DMs. He started to get some success. He actually bought 2 drift arts now. He just loved the first one so much, so he bought a ready or a pre-made, and he's looking at that moonwalk system, which is something that I would suggest people invest in, just because it makes the front end setup so much more straightforward. Um, you know,
What about John? What about
it,
Jonathan's Gonzalez TG Chevelle? Did y'all see that? That's a good looking car,
yeah, I
dude.
did, man.
That's a
Yeah,
good
the
looking car,
Chevelles,
dude.
man.
I like that.
Yeah, the American Muscle.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah,
Was it JM Duro? Dude, he had a badass Mini, but I can't remember what chassis that thing was on. It wasn't
No,
any
that was on
chassis
the
I was
TG.
familiar with.
Yeah,
Wasn't it TG?
yeah, GG.
Yeah, that was the one that we were just talking about. That little Arboth or whatever that little thing was. Yeah,
Well, no,
the
there's
Not-
the
somebody
white
else
one,
did.
right?
Somebody else did a Golf GTI on a
mhm.
Yeah, that
D32
looked
that looked
dope.
pretty cool. It
Yep,
had
yep.
some tires and wheels on it that I didn't recognize.
Yeah, exactly. And that had a really flashy paint job. It was like green and gold, I think, right, or something like that.
It was a rough looking, kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
a
I wa-
steampunk style graffiti
yeah,
middle of the. It was wild.
just just my style.
Shoot, yeah, man.
Big takeaway I wanted the group to take away from, especially when we help people, is you don't got it. Gets me upset too. You don't have to buy the top to have fun.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
As long as you don't,
I'm just kidding.
you know, cuss around here. That, okay? Have a whole lot of just as much, just as smooth. As long as you stick to the basics of having the best gyro and the best turbo. And
Yeah, get the good electronics. The chassis. I mean,
Man, at the end of the day, all of these cars drive so different from each other. You're gonna have to learn how to drive your car. That's all. You're not gonna pick it up and be like perfect right out the gate. The longer you drive these things, the better you'll get with them. You know what I mean?
yeah, and it's not even a real issue. I mean, it's a hobby. It's fun. It's like imagine flying an RC helicopter, right? Old school style. Look, that was something like you kind of did in private. You knew you were going to crash. You knew people were going to be pointing their fingers like, oh, that's why I don't fly helicopters. So with the drifting, it's like you start nibbling away at it and nibbling away at it, and then what I'd like to focus on first is getting what I term steering authority. Just meaning that I'm turning the front wheels and the car is at least turning in the direction that, it's like the input is kind of matching what I want it to do. Now, as far as spinning out and all this other stuff, that is really just going to come with throttle control and just running packs through it. Just get yourself the most stable surface you can. It's when you're running on these obtuse surfaces to where it's one way one day and another way the next, you don't have anything like smoothed out. So these vinyl tracks are super helpful. We talked earlier that you could slide on outdoor screening like mosquito screen
That was
is
a new one.
perfect.
That was
Oh
a new one to me.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
you're over in Tobago, right? If you get yourself some
hey,
window screen,
I'm
that is, it's ABS vinyl coated net, and that
yeah,
waffle print slides its face off.
I got a whole bunch of
So
my cane. It's
yeah,
a pile that literally it's just yeah.
yeah,
Think about this. Remember a dry ski slope was made up of hexagonal waffles, and that's why
yeah,
skis slid over them. No
Yeah.
traction.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
yeah. So
Think
I'm gonna
about
remind
those.
y'all. I'm gonna remind y'all about time too.
Yeah,
We've
man.
had a
uh,
couple
Will.
comments about it running long, and we had a
we're
minute.
just getting started.
We had a minute and 20, or an hour and 20. Sorry, almost.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right,
So
all
I
right, all
think
right.
we've
I
done
like
our
this
little
piece right
bits
here.
and bobs.
I like this
Um,
piece right here. It looks cool.
Now, how are you gonna park the
I
car
think
in there, Dwight? Just real quick.
No, I'm not. I'm not. This is just going to be a like a median.
flower bed.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
got you.
flower
I got
bed.
you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
flower
you.
bed with
Flower
some
bed.
some palm trees and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
I
That
got
looks
you.
sweet.
I got you. Look at him. He's 45 in
Looks
that
sweet.
stuff. He's doing slick. So, anybody else want to touch on anything else?
Quinn,
Hmm.
Quinn, what
Yo,
you think, bro?
about
anything you want to touch on this week?
um, nah, man, I'm good with everything. I want to
Tell
hear
us
some.
the.
I have a quick question.
Yeah,
Does anybody deal with? Has anybody dealt with God racing, the XRX stuff?
Yes.
I have.
GUD.
I
Yeah.
have.
Oh, not recently, but I have.
I've ordered directly from his website, dude. Super good guy. Get it right to
I
you.
don't have a lock screen on the browser. How you lock the website name?
Say it again, bro. You're breaking up a little bit. What
You're
now?
breaking up really bad.
The lock screen. How you have the lock screen on the webpage? Let you know it's secure. It's secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see it on there. That's why I've been so hesitant from getting it because I really want to check out the 2.1 Sport. They got the ARR, for $230 to get everything, even
Yeah.
the V4 gyro and everything. So I'm like, I really want to try it out. It's built, you know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah.
That guy,
One closer.
he's solid, man. He accidentally one time sent me 20 millimeter tires instead of 22 that I ordered. And immediately when I got them, I sent him a message. And dude, within like 3 or 4 more days, actually, I'm sorry, it was more than that because it was come from Hong Kong. But he let me keep the 20 millimeter tires and sent me 6 new sets of the 22s. So, like, man, he's a solid guy. So,
Okay.
you know, and as far as XRX goes, like that's where that comes from, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. I've had my issues with them in the past. That's why I wanted to kind of give them another shot with this chat.
I got you. Yeah, man. I'm a fan of the DPA.
Yeah,
I like it. It's a good running chassis. But that's all I'll say about that. I'm a fan of it. I like them. Yep, I feel you. I feel you. It's kind of like me and Drift Art. I know y'all
No,
love
I'm
them.
just joking.
Drift Art. Now
I'm
the
just
Drift Art
joking.
boys are going to be on me. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry.
No, no, you're good. Look, it's not an easy chassis to live with, but once you get it set up, I'm telling you, it's going to come down to that last quarter turn of a microscopic
I feel the
rod
same
end,
way
and
about the
it's like,
DPA. I feel
bam.
the same way about the DPA.
Yeah, yeah. No, they're just look. I slide with the guy that's got an XRX, and it slides awesome. So, it's
I've got
just
two of them that slide like a champ, dude. Like all the metal. Like
what do they
I
say?
didn't
It's
buy
not
one.
the
I bought two
Indians,
of the
it's the
suckers.
arrows. It's not the Indians, it's the arrows, right? Yeah. So
I mean, honestly,
Right, Quinn.
it'll slide.
it could be, but like, I don't know.
we'll see. I'll check out God Racing then.
Yeah,
That
man.
motor ESC got,
I think he's a good dude, man.
motor ESC combo they got, great. It's affordable and smooth as butter. You know what I'm saying? People need to check out more of those type of ESCs. One of the 28 and 38 that are real affordable now.
Yeah.
Big difference going on. Cradle
Man,
Hollow.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
so
you
I'm
what,
making basically one of these every 15 minutes, man. That's pretty good.
like, talking about
Yep.
ESCs and motors,
Mm.
because I tried it the first time, and I don't care, man. I'm a Furitech fiend.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
can't pull me from Furitech, but something has pulled me from Furitech.
Uh-oh.
It's not Bluetooth. You get the free card with it. This Rocket ESC and motor
I've got
Yeah.
one
is
too in
super,
this.
super smooth. The censored
Wow.
one. Let me make this clear.
The
This is
sensor.
not the uncensored.
Yeah.
You've got to buy the censored, right?
Yeah.
And for the size of the ESC and the motor, they are super, super smooth. You can program it via the card. I mean, I'm not a lover of a card. Chris showed me how to do it. It's absolutely a piece of it's very easy, put it that way.
Yeah.
And yet for me, I think they're $90 for the combo, the pair of them with the card. You can't go wrong. You
Yeah,
cannot
man.
go wrong.
No doubt.
Seriously. So GT55, if you want rocket combos, check out Chang over at GT55
And I
there.
will say GT55 will also solder you on a connector of your choice. Just hit them up. Like he hit me up with these XT30s. Like I can't say enough good things about GT55 and Chang, dude. They're good people over there.
Yeah. The other thing is you got a variety of colours, and you can get a 550 in purple, black, red. I believe there's blue. So the colour doesn't match the KV. You can get whatever colour you want, whatever KV you want. Well, not whatever colour you want. You can get the colours that they've got basically at whatever KV you want. Okay, so anyway, I think that's about us wrapped for this week, isn't it, boys?
Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
man. Everybody be sure to go over and check out RC Supremacy and chat at 3C's RC. Like I said, they're chipping in, doing good with the giveaway. Go see our boys Driftaholics, freaking
Oh,
Yeah,
GT55.
Mikos. Yeah,
Miko.
Mikos.
All of them, man. Go check out all our people that sell us all this stuff and keep us so deep into this hobby
Hey,
that our
hey
wives are ready
Jeff.
to kill us.
Just 1 second,
Hey
guys.
Jeff, can you tag all these people in the header for the YouTube thing? That way yeah,
I'll do my best
post
to
links.
tag everybody. See,
Yeah,
everybody. I'll
appreciate it.
always tag or I try to tag their Facebook profiles in the bottom of the YouTube thing. I've tried to tag websites and stuff before, but not everybody has a website. I can't for some reason I can't find Driftaholics website. I think it's maybe because it's a .org or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
possible.
So,
We'll
Listen,
figure it
it
out. We'll
anyways,
get a
doesn't
link.
matter. Listen, if you put at the top on the top of the actual YouTube video, big shout out to Chad, RC Supremacy, Driftaholics,
well, it'll be in the
GT55.
description. It'll be in the description on YouTube.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
put all
That,
that in the
that,
header. You
that
have to put a title of what
yeah,
the thing is, but like you can't make the
yeah.
title that long.
Look at
It'll
Chris,
be in
you
the
done it.
description.
You done it. Ah, man. Now look at Chris's garage. We were talking about this last night. He's a proper little bugger. Yeah, because the
Oh, nice.
GT55 garage, it looks sweet. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the three lights in it are very dim. But for the
Mm.
price, what do you expect? And we were talking, these are surface mounted diodes, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
SMD, nice.
Yeah. So
You
you've got
can
to
you can
take
buy those at
strip.
Lowe's over here in this part of the world.
Man,
It's cool.
you can go on Amazon, bro. Look, you go on Amazon. The beauty with the surface mounted diodes, they come on this strip, yeah,
That's
and you
cool.
peel them off. Right now, these points are here.
That's where you cut and solder.
This is a cut joint, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
like
you
one
can
for
take whatever you want off the strip and cut it, and
yeah.
then at a certain point on the strip, you will come across
The LEDs.
one of these,
Ah,
and that's just a straightforward barrel joint.
look at
Yeah,
that.
Okay, so
I
Nice.
really
go
was
on, Chris.
about to do this not only because of more light, so only and also because now I can power it from a power bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Cool.
it has a remote now. That's
Nice.
much easier than
Nice.
the three knob batteries on the back and
Yep.
the on switch on the back. And I think now you can see everything in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Looks
it looks
good, man.
brilliant. It looks brilliant compared to this one. Let me just take my cars out and
Yeah, I like this.
put my lights on.
We'll maybe
Make
have to do
little
it. We'll maybe have to do a
display.
demonstration of that next week.
Well, in the meantime, Child Driftaholic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Check everybody out, man, for
Everybody.
sure. God Racing's another one I try to tag in the description too, is because like man, I have bought stuff from him, and like I said, he's been good to me.
Too
Yeah,
good.
man.
Wolfram, I've never been on Wolfram's
Oh yeah,
site,
yeah, yeah.
but a few
Wolfram. Yeah,
times, and
Wolfram.
I
Very,
try to
very cool.
tag them as well. I know some people have gotten stuff from him. They've just never had anything that I've needed at the time I needed it. So
Yeah. Oh, well, you'd be surprised, man. That's where you got to talk to him. He's got a lot of cool stuff. He's got these tungsten
it's not
weights.
up
You
on
got
his
to ask him.
website though.
No, no. When you message him, ask him if he's still got those tungsten chassis weights. They are so sick.
I
I
think I've
mean,
seen
they are
somebody
so
post
sick.
something about it. Yeah, cool.
Like they're like the size of a stamp, and they weigh like 5 grams. I mean, they are so heavy and dense. These little stamp little weights, and they have little laser etching on them. They look so first class. So
You've got Chris
once you get
Lewis
your
shaking
body and
his
weight
head right
proven.
now because he is a firm believer that you don't add weight to him.
Yeah, no, no, I know. Everyone's got a philosophy. Everyone's got a philosophy. But I'm a big fan of some weight when you're just starting out, man. It really helps.
I feel you.
Um, all
Well,
right, man. Well, anyway, all right. I guess I'll see y'all next
Chris,
Sunday.
Lewis, you
My
want to
last
sign us
word,
off?
yeah, my last word on the weight, Dwight, is when beginners put them on, they start drifting and they think that's it, and then they never bother to take them off and see what the effect is. Yeah,
Oh well, yeah.
and
You
that's
got
the
to
big
experiment.
problem. They get the car running good, and then they leave it, and that to me is a cheat code running on a car.
Yeah, well,
Because
that's
you're
true.
far
But again,
better. Just get. I don't mind people putting weight on.
good.
Yeah, just but you can always make the car pretty central yourself when you're
Oh,
setting it up. You
certainly.
just when you could see my what I was doing a minute ago. I was setting the ESC up and the battery in and where the motor goes, and you try and distribute your weight evenly on the car. Yeah.
Indeed.
So that's the last thing I've got to say. Just to sign us all off, like we've said before, Chris is gonna show you his garage in full glory to sign us out with.
Ooh, it's looking good.
Oh yeah,
It's
man.
looking like a
Hey,
Miley Cyrus concert up in that bad boy. Look at that.
hey, you would know. You would know. No,
It's my favorite. My favorite.
I can
Going to a
make it.
concert.
I can make it.
Ooh, son. Now we're talking Motley Crue concert. There you go. That's better. Red.
there you go, Miley. The crew.
So there you go, people. Next week, hopefully, Chris will give us a demo on how he's produced that. The garages are pretty cheap on GT55 still.
Yep.
You can
I
get it.
mean,
I
you're better
even
off
found
buying
it on
two with.
Timu. I found it on Timu.
Ah,
Oh, on Timu.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the postage would be about the same. But then, Dwight, what have you finished working on there, mate?
Oh well, like I said, I've been making these little flower beds. You know what I'm saying? And they're coming out pretty well. I'm gonna paint these flat black. I'm gonna paint them some earth tones, and I'm gonna finish these tonight and post them on the page. How about that?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Can I just throw a suggestion into you, brother? Just a little
Yeah, man. Let me
suggestion.
turn around.
Right. see the cracks in the side of it.
Yes.
You go put some weed in there. You got to
Oh
some
yeah.
weed
Oh
going
yeah.
out
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
side
No,
of that,
trust me,
bro.
man. This thing is gonna look like everything in my life, totally weathered and beyond
That's good
repair.
stuff. All right,
Yeah.
y'all. It's been
All
a good
right.
Sunday sermon, Quinn. It's been good to have you, bro.
Yeah. Thanks, Quinn.
Quinn,
Yeah.
Maybe be
you there?
bringing you back.
Yeah. No, he's moving out. He's getting his track now.
His wife's done kicked him out in the garage. At least
Yeah.
he's made it
Yeah.
out of the
Yeah.
car. So,
No doubt.
Uh,
All right, gentlemen.
all right, guys.
You have a good one.
have a
See you
good
All right,
next
week,
man.
week.
bro. Take
All
care.
right.